Hello folks. Even though it's not in viewers' favorite chart, science fiction movies has a special place in each and everyone's heart, and what more we could ask for if humor king Ryan Reynolds is added to the mix. Today we are bringing you all to such a movie, lead by Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy, Mark Ruffalo and Zoe Saldana. The movie is titled as Adam Project. Summing up, it's a mini MCU project. What are you waiting for? Let's quickly move to our movie. The movie commences by saying that there's something called time travel, and you don't know anything about it. The movie starts in the backdrop of year 2050. We can see a spaceship moving through followed by another one. Inside one of the ship we can see Adam. He has been frequently contacted by a lady. He's questioned by her. She asked what's he trying to do, and Adam replies by saying that he's trying to steal the spaceship. She replies that he has to face the consequences if he plans to do so. The pilot of the other spaceship informs the lady that Adam is trying to activate a wormhole. If you don't know about wormhole, I'll give a short capsule about it. Wormholes are tunnels hidden inside spaceships. It's a widely used concept for time travel. Back to our plot, the lady warns him that if he don't drop his plan, she'll shoot him. Adam nods and ignores her, suddenly gets inside the wormhole. Now you understand all about the hole. The clock spins backwards and takes us to the year 2022. Here we can see Adam, being a young boy running through the corridors of a school. He has been chased by a set of boys. Adam gets caught and beaten by them. The scene shifts and we can observe Adam's mom barging into the school office. We can also see Adam sitting in front of it. Mom looks into his face and questions the authority. After all these events, Adam gets his suspension letter. His mom questions him on their way back, in the car. Adam feels frustrated and says that she won't understand anything, whereas his father would have understood. Hearing this, she conveys her concerns about Adam's future. In the next scene, Adam is playing outside. His mom calls him to have food and says that she's going outside for a dinner with her friend. Adam questions whether it's a date or something. She panics and replies it's not something like that. She knew that Adam won't feel good if he comes to know she's going out for a date, as her husband passed away lately. She then leaves the home by giving him a kiss. Now we can see Adam playing games in his bed. His dog Hawking is also with him. But suddenly the dog hears some noise outdoors and runs away. Adam also goes after him. The dog then moves further away into the forest. Adam also does the same by holding a baseball bat. There he watches fire sparks and also sees someone walking through the forest. He senses something wrong and escapes with the dog. But again he hears a noise from the shed nearby. Hawking approaches the shed barking, and when Adam enters the shed, we may get surprised. You know why? Here we can see the grown-up Adam of the year 2050 inside the shed. To avoid confusion, let's call them Adam Jr. and Adam Sr. Jr. questions him how did he got inside. Sr. Adam replies by saying that the shed was open so he entered. Jr. says that he's lying because the shed was closed long before. Sr. sets him aside by saying that he'll reply to all his questions gradually. Jr. Adam observes his dog laying in the lap of the senior. Senior Adam gets up to enter the house. Junior tries to attack him, but fails comically. Senior then gets inside and eats an apple. He then moves on to the washing area to heal his wound. Meanwhile, the junior checks his bag. Senior prevents him and told the little boy to stop searching. He makes him know that he hasn't come to harm him. Junior Adam meantime observes that the wound was caused by a gunshot. Adam Senior then goes upstairs and applies a medicine for his gunshot wound. Junior is very puzzled and asks him several questions, and also asks how did Senior knew his name. Senior Adam thereafter swiftly reveals all the personal info about Junior Adam. Junior is awestruck. Every minute detail was told by Senior, including his dog's name. Adam then falls back due to the rapid increase of asthma, but Senior holds him. Then Junior amusingly asks him if he's Adam Jr. himself. Senior smirks and says that he was Junior Adam once. Here we can assume that Senior Adam is aware that he has changed a lot from that cute little boy. He believes himself to be a better version of himself. Junior and Senior then walks through the forest. Junior inquires why did he came here. Senior replied to him by saying that he actually tried to jump into 2018, but somehow got into 2022. And reveals he had to rescue someone from 2018. Senior Adam then reveals the way he got there. He then clicks his chain, but it doesn't work, and asks Junior for a help as their DNA is same. DNA was used to open everything in the future. Junior clicks the chain and sees the spaceship we saw when the movie began. Now they gets inside the ship. Junior Adam is wonderstruck by watching what's inside the ship. Senior Adam does something and murmurs to himself. Junior now tries to click a button, but Senior prevents him as it may lead to the people searching him knowing about his location. Junior asks who's following the Senior, but he doesn't answer. Junior shoots a lot of questions to Senior Adam in the movie. Lil boy, right? It's obvious he'll have so many questions. Junior then asks him something related to time travel. He says that don't over-inquire and again says that things doesn't work like that. As per quantum theory, he'll be present at one space at a time. But as he came here through time travel, he's present at both of the timelines. But it will lead to troubles for both of them, so he needs to return as soon as possible. Then they return to the shed. Senior orders him to go back to his house before his mom returns, and he took his phone, starts staring at a picture of a woman. Afterwards, Adam's mom returns back from the date. Adam was asleep and asks her about the date. Suddenly her boyfriend Derek knocks the door and gives back her scarf. Junior Adam just comes and mocks Derek's goatee beard. Mom felt ashamed and conveys her disappointment about Adam's words. Meanwhile, Senior Adam looks at his home through the window in despair. He never understood his mom's love for him earlier, and lately he realized everything, but it was too late. The day walks past and on the next day we could see Adam and his mom inside the house. Here Adam expresses his resentment on the old school methods of his mother. She was searching for a document. She then informs him that she's leaving for office and call her if there's a need. Adam again makes her hurt by saying he doesn't have any need. Junior Adam then comes back to the shed to see Senior. Senior was wrapping gauze around his wound. Junior gets staggered by looking into the Senior's body. He asks him by what age he'll attain all of these muscular looks. Senior replied to him by mocking him that there's lot more serious business going on, and ordered him to stop asking such craps. Senior then leaves to buy medicine for him. Junior stops him and asks as if he's going out wearing such an attire. He then suggests him to wear the blazers of his dad that's locked in after his death. Senior accepts it, and they both goes out to the city. Senior takes some money from Junior and enters a medical shop. Meanwhile, Junior was in deep trouble. The boys who had hit him earlier was there. They again started beating him up. Senior was closing in watching all of these. He asks Junior that isn't he ashamed to take up all of these assault. Junior feels motivated and comes back to hit Ray and his team. But plan doesn't go well. He again gets smashed up and runs away. Senior was just watching this and standing aside. He then enters the scenario and warns Ray and Kamini. They also runs away. Subsequently, Senior arrives back to the shed. Here he sees Junior surfing through his bag. Junior then takes the cell phone and shows him a picture to know who's she. Senior replies by saying that it's Laura, his wife. Junior asks about her. Senior answers and says that she's no more and walks away. Senior goes to a bar. Adam's mom was also present there. She was expressing all her concerns about Junior Adam to her friend. Senior overhears everything and said to her that he's too little and things will go right gradually. She replied to him by saying Adam's not a troublemaker as he thinks like. She continues and says about the death of her husband. Senior Adam tells her to express all her sadness of her husband's departure to Junior, and things may go fine. Also, he says that Junior Adam loves her so much. The mother senses something wrong and chases him, but he gets away. The movie makes a scene turn. Here we can see a lady named Maya instructing a group of soldiers in a spaceship. Meanwhile, we can see Junior and Senior having a tittle-tattle. Senior was describing about his wife. He says that Laura attempted to time travel and got into the year 2018. He investigated why she did so, but couldn't find. Somebody destroyed all its record and he says it must be Maya. Junior surprisingly asks if it's the same Maya who was a friend of his father, and further asks him wasn't she innocent. Senior replies against it and makes him to know that she took away all his father's technology and misused it. Junior has questions once again. He didn't knew that his father developed the time travel technology. He asked Senior about it, and he replied yes, and the name of the project was Adam Project. Senior furthermore says that Laura came to know something she shouldn't have known, and Maya must have killed her. Hawkins then hears some noise. They all gets out. Now here's the entry of Maya and her soldiers. The soldiers ties Senior up, and Maya orders them to take him back to 2050. When the hero goes hopeless, there should be some twist in the plot, right? Here's it. Maya's spaceship gets hit by something, and here comes Laura. She's not dead. She was alive through the 4 years. The ray of hope again touches the viewer's mind. She knocks out every soldiers and they escapes through the forest, gets into a car. Their Senior introduces Junior Adam to her. Maya's spaceship was also following them and was attacking them. That's an outstanding chase scene. Laura somehow takes them into a place where she hid through the 4 years. Senior Adam asks her about what happened back then. Laura replied to him by saying that somebody traveled from 2018 to 2050, but there was no record of someone time traveling back from 2050 to 2018. Senior Adam was confused. Meantime, Junior Adam easily explained how it worked. He said that it's so simple, somebody traveled from 2050 to 2018 and made a change when they got there so that people shouldn't know about it and returned back to 2050. Laura nods, impressed. Laura further said that Maya planned to misuse the time travel to have control over the entire world. Coming from 2050, she passed the information to 2018's Maya, how to use the time travel. Maya of 2018 didn't know how to make use of it, so she planned to return from 2050 to make it fruitful. Senior Adam had a doubt that if Maya designed the 2050 world. Laura replied yes, and said that that's why Maya tried to kill her. Then we can see the three of them having food together. Laura then instructs Senior Adam to somehow travel back to 2018 to understand what change Maya made and to demolish all of it. She further requests him to stop his father from making time travel technology so that they can re-establish world peace. But he doesn't agree as it may result in the separation of them. All of a sudden an alarm rings. That was their signal of Maya's soldiers approaching them. Laura sends Senior and Junior back to the spaceship. Meanwhile, she prepared to resist the soldiers. Now the director makes us witness a battle between the soldiers and Laura. Unfortunately, she couldn't hold much onto it. Meanwhile, Senior and Junior gets near the spaceship. He then directs Junior Adam to control the spaceship as their DNA is the same. They plan to travel back to 2018 and to stop his father. Junior Adam hesitated. He wanted to have a life like Senior. Senior yells at him and says it ain't easy to live further like him. He got avoided wherever he left for, and further says that everything was so miserable. Junior then concurs with him and asks how to block their father to discover time travel. Senior replied that he had no plan, but they'll see on the way through. He only had a single plan to meet his dad. Meantime, Maya kills Laura, which takes us into the track of sentiments. Senior and Junior astonishingly escapes from Maya and gets through the wormhole into 2018. They both comes near a conference hall where their dad Reed was taking some lecture. Senior instructs Junior what to do and don't try to reveal everything to their father as things may get much more complicated. But he didn't follow the same. He runs into his father and hugs him. Then we can see three of them walking outside. Senior explained to his dad what's their plan. Reed explodes in rage and warns them that time travel is not that silly. Senior tried to explain things to him, but he never listened. Running out of options, he hits his dad, and at the same time Reed also hits him back. Quite weird, isn't it? Senior then briefs him that Maya was behind all these mishaps, but Reed doesn't believe all those. He had complete trust in Maya as he was aware she knew what would be the after effects. They then moves to a hotel, but Reed kept on repeating the same things he told before. In disappointment, Senior left the space. Afterwards, Junior tried to make his dad know about the misfortunes that will happen to him in the future, but Dad prevents him from doing so and walks away. Meantime, we can see 2018's Maya pressurizing a politician for the approval of time travel. Quickly, 2050's Maya enters the area. We can call them Maya 18 and Maya 50 for ease. Maya was furious after seeing Maya 50. She told her that every time she comes in, the nature law gets distracted and she should stop doing so. Maya 50 replies to her by saying that Reed's son has came back through time travel to completely destroy the time travel. Afterwards, we can see Senior and Junior having a conversation. Junior realizes that Senior shown hate to his father because it was easy for him to hate him for some random reasons than having to miss him. Now we are closing in onto the last sequences of this movie. Senior Adam and Junior goes into Reed's time travel development office. Senior then gives something to Junior and tells him to wait outside the area. But when he closes in, Maya's soldiers surrounds. They try to attack him, but here comes the relevance of that provision to Junior. Junior kills all of them using a drone which was given to him by Senior. Quickly, two cars barges in to kill Senior. Junior knocks out one of them using the drone, but the other one closes in to hit Senior. All of a sudden, Reed enters the scene and hits the other car away using his car. Reed then asks him what's he trying to do. Senior made clear his intention to destroy the time machine. Reed then reveals him too that he himself could only demolish the system. Further, he lets Senior know that in place of the machine, the computer code drive which is used to develop it should be taken down. They reaches the area in which the drive is placed. Both of them initiates the operation to take it down, but as you all know, there must be the entry of the opponents. Maya 18 and 50 enters the space, and Maya 18 with a weird expression tells Reed that it's her hard work and he had no right for the demolition. Maya 50 orders Senior Adam to give her the drive. But he doesn't obey it. Maya knew that she should put out her trump card. She then brings the tied-up Junior Adam to the space to influence them. Everybody knew that if something happens to the Junior, Senior will also get affected. And Maya said the same. But he resisted to give the drive and sent some signal to Junior. Junior shakes Maya off and accidentally Maya shoots somewhere. The gunshot hits an electromagnetic reactor, the seal breaks, and the reactor started acting like a magnet. Things were getting out of control. There we can see a battle between both the teams. But at the end Reed, Senior and Junior Adam gets caught in the gunpoint of both the Mayas. They forced them to give the hard disk back, but again they resisted. Maya out of rage pulls Maya 18 off and takes the gun from her and shoots. But it doesn't go like her intent. The bullet took a curve and hits Maya 18 as she was pulled away to the magnetic area. Bullets are attracted by magnet, right? It kills both of the Maya. Like every movies, the heroes get out of the building before it completely destructs. And now they both walk peacefully away to their home. The three of them plays baseball before Senior and Junior gets back to their respective years. And after some time they both gets back. Junior goes back to his home and hugs his mother. Senior goes back to the moment where he met Laura. Thus the science fiction movie takes a major deviation and gets a feel-good end.